Ladies and gentlemen, at this very moment, members of the United States Armed Forces, including many from Utah's very own communities, protect our freedom as we enjoy this game. We pause to honor this nation, which is a blend of many cultures and creeds, with the singing of our national anthem, which will be presented by Lily Hebler from Salem Hills High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Lily Hebler of Salem Hills High School. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now, it's time to meet the assistant coaches and non-starters for today's game. First of all, the assistant coaches and non-starters for the designated visiting team, the Hurricane Tigers. Assistant coaches, Kylie Stevens, Mark Christensen, Ryan Yardley, Kylie Stevens, and trainer Marcus Holman. Here are the non-starters. Number 0, Hailey Johnson. Number 1, Kylie Stevens. Number 2, Maddie Hatch. Number 4, Jocelyn Luster. Number 12, Brooke Thomas. Number 22, Addison Litchfield. Number 23, Kelby Daly. Number 24, Mackenzie Robinson. Number 32, Candlin Hinton. Number 45, Tiny Brist. And number 55, Bryn Erickson. And now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the designated home team, the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Assistant coach, Blake Franklin. Assistant coach, Mark Holden. Assistant coach, Taylor Jones. And assistant coach, Abby Erickson. Reserve players, number 1, Kira Muir. Number 2, Albie Holt. Number 4, Cheyenne Jensen. Number 11, Alicia Turnbull. Number 13, Kiana Mayatoe. Number 20, Maya Herbertson. Number 21, Savannah Gusta. Number 22, Rachel Ward. Number 23, Maggie Moser. Number 24, Anna Nye. Number 25, Brooke Bass. Number 30, Miley George. Number 33, Haley Oldroy. And number 23, Emma Lewis. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for today's championship game. For the Hurricane Tigers, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Alexa Christensen. For Salem Hills, a 5'8" senior, number 5, Dixie Lanehart. For Hurricane, a 5'5" senior, number 5, Kylie Stevens. For Salem Hills, a 5'10" senior, number 10, Hailey Johnson. For Hurricane, a 5'6" senior, number 11, Jaden Langford. For Salem Hills, a 6' senior, number 12, Lauren Gustin. For Hurricane, a 5'11" junior, number 21, Hailey Homer. For Salem Hills, a 5'6" senior, number 14, Hailey Brimhall. And for Hurricane, the 5'7" junior, number 33, Maddie Archie. And for Salem Hills, a 5'10" senior, number 32, Sydney Sorensen. Introducing today's head coaches. The head coach of Hurricane is Francie Homer. The head coach of Salem Hills is Donna Franco. Introducing today's officials. The officials referee is Bob Clark. The umpires are Amy Cromanhood and Sean Clark. Let's play basketball.
Well, we welcome everybody inside the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. It's the 4A Girls State Championship game between the 17-9 Hurricane Tigers and the 23-1 Salem Hills Skyhawks. The introductions and national anthem is now over, and we are about ready to tip here to decide the 4A State Championship. Hurricane is in the black tops and black shorts. Salem Hills in the all-white. We are about ready to go. It will be Lauren Gustin for Salem Hills, and it will be Hailey Homer for Hurricane going for the tip. 2 state championships to be decided today, and we are about set and ready to go for the tip. The ball about to be thrown up in the air. It is up, and Salem Hills tips the ball right to Hurricane, and the Tigers will have the opening possession here in the first quarter, as Hurricane will set it up here across into their front court. Back up to the top, it's Hailey Homer, number 21. Here's number 5, Kylie Stevens, going to the basket, and she looks like made the pass that hit the inline, and that we'll have an early turnover here, and the ball will head here to the Salem Hills Skyhawks, their first possession. The Skyhawks going 23-1 in the regular season, their only loss coming to Mountain View, as Lauren Gustin takes her first shot. That one off, and the rebound there goes to Jaden Langford, and back the other way comes the Hurricane Tigers. No score, about 40 seconds in here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Hurricane moving the basketball around the perimeter, gets it back to Jaden Langford. Langford guarded by Sydney Sorensen. Going around the screen, the shot goes up for Kylie Stevens, is off right to Langford, and Gustin, I think, got a piece of the shot attempt inside by Langford. Skyhawks coming back the other way. And back up to the top, here is Lane Hart. She'll take the three, that one is off, hits the back part of the rim, and the rebound pulled down, and coming the other way comes the Hurricane Tigers. Hurricane beating Lehigh in a close 43-42 game in the semifinals. That shot goes up and just a little bit off there for Stevens. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, last touch by Salem Hills, and the ball will stay here with Hurricane. We have the girls game here, Hurricane and Salem Hills, and then it will be Salem Hills against Juan Diego at 1:15 to decide the boys' state championship. Shot goes up, rebound pulled down by Hailey Johnson, and back the other way comes Salem Hills. Through the middle of the key, moving it back to the top. There's Kaylee Brimhall. That one, almost rolled in for Brimhall. The ball will go out of bounds. Last touched by Hurricane as Jaden Langford tried to come up with the save there, but unfortunately the ball hit out of bounds before she could save it. It will stay here with Salem Hills with 6:10 to play in the first quarter. Still no score. Hailey Johnson with it in the high post, goes to the basket, tries to go off glass, couldn't get the roll, and coming back the other way. A good attempt by Johnson, just couldn't get the roll back the other way, and Hurricane can't get the roll on the other side as it was Alexa Christensen with the miss. Both teams having a hard time finding the basket, and there's Lauren Gustin in transition. She gets her first two of the ball game, and Salem Hills takes an early 2-0 lead here with 5:42 to play in the quarter. 2-0 Skyhawks. Hurricane moving the basketball up at the top with Hershey. Here is Langford now on the high post. Moving it across, back over to Maddie Hershey. She puts it on the floor, tries to get around at the free throw line. Loses control, regains control. The shot goes long, rebound pulled down by Gustin. Up ahead of the pack is Sydney Sorensen, 1-on-2. She tries to split the defense. She'll get it back, though, to Hailey Johnson. Cross-court pass. Here's Lane Hart, who sends it back. Gustin now in the high post. Takes it to the basket with the left hand. She gets fouled on her way to the basket. Our first foul of the morning here. It will be a two-shot foul, and it's going to be Alexa Christensen picking up the foul, her first, and Lauren Gustin to go to the line. Gustin going to the University of Idaho after her senior season, makes her first free throw. She's got 3. Comes in averaging about 29 points a game for Salem Hills. So I would imagine we'll be seeing a lot of touches tonight for Lauren Gustin, and the second one good as well. Gustin with 4. And the Skyhawks from Salem Hills having a 4-0 lead here on the Hurricane Tigers. Into the high post there. 3 Skyhawks get right around Haley Homer. Homer had an open lane on the back cut there, but lost control of the ball, and it ended up kind of taking away that opportunity. It will be a jump ball, possession arrow going to the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Dixie Lanehart running the point here for Salem Hills. Here's Gustin. She tries to go to the basket. Goes up, hits the side of the backboard, gets her own rebound. Back out to Sydney Sorensen. Lanehart down the lane. Back to Gustin in the high post. Sorensen takes it to the basket, goes up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Haley Homer pulls the rebound for Hurricane, and the Tigers will set it up here with 4:22 to play in the first quarter. Langford takes it to the basket, drops it inside. Going to be a tough shot there. Sorry, that's Langford with the shot, and Langford couldn't get it to go. Back the other way comes Salem Hills, setting up the offense. Cross-court pass by Johnson. Lanehart quickly into Gustin. Gustin sends it back. Lanehart wide open in the corner. She'll take the 3. That one misses off the back of the rim there. And the rebound going to be controlled here by the Hurricane Tigers. You may see a few missed shots early on as players kind of get the nerves and some of the jitters out of playing for a state championship. Going around the screen is Kylie Stevens, I'm sorry. And here's an open jumper there from the elbow. And it was Jaden Langford there getting it to go, and the Hurricane Tigers are on the board. 4-2 Salem Hills. Hailey Johnson has the basketball down the middle of the lane. Inside, there's Lauren Gustin for 2. Gustin with 6. In fact, Lauren Gustin has all 6 of Salem Hills' points here in the early going. 6-2 Salem Hills. Stevens going to the basket here, runs out of room, throws that one away right to Lauren Gustin. Gustin running, has Hailey Johnson down the court, and Johnson lays it in. Count the basket and the foul. And Salem Hills finding a way to get some offense started here in the first. And the foul is going to go against Haley Homer, her first personal. And Homer will take a quick rest as it'll be Tylee Brisk coming in here for the Hurricane Tigers. 3:02 to go here in the first quarter. Hailey Johnson will finish the three-point play right there for Salem Hills. 9-2 Skyhawks here in the first. Stevens at the point. Here's Hershey now for Hurricane. Moving it around the perimeter over to Brisk. Stevens now with it. Salem Hills not giving a lot of open looks, a lot of contested shots like that one there that misses, and Hailey Johnson there to pull the rebound. Sydney Sorensen will get it over to Johnson. Back over the top, is poked away, and coming back the other way, here comes Hurricane. 2-on-1 with Sorensen. The shot goes up. Sorensen's going to commit the foul, but Jaden Langford able to get the basket to go. And the foul there going to go on it will be Sorensen picking up the foul, her first, and the first team foul against Salem Hills. And so Jaden Langford, with all 4 so far of the points for Hurricane, goes to the free throw line to try to complete her own three-point play. And the free throw attempt is good for Langford. She's got 5. And Haley Oldroyd will come into the ballgame for Salem Hills. And entering Kaylee Yardley will enter the lineup here for Hurricane. 2:25 to go in the first quarter, a 9-5 lead here for Salem Hills. They are the designated home team here in the 4A Girls State Championship game. Inside, here's Gustin down on the post, cross-court pass. And the shot up with the left hand there for Lanehart doesn't go. Rebound controlled by Hurricane. Gets it over Yardley just off the bench now, checking in as she has the basketball here. Goes around Lanehart, tries to go to the basket, drops it off with the shot there, goes off for, I believe that was Alexa Christensen, and the Tigers will reset. Here's Brisk, they look for that back cut again, but the ball's poked away by the Skyhawks, and Salem Hills coming the other way with Hailey Johnson. Here's Gustin open for 2, and that one is off. The rebound controlled there by Kylie Stevens. And Hurricane right now with possession. Here's Yardley now on the wing. Yardley goes around the screen. She thought about it, tries to drop it inside. There's Alexa Christensen off the glass for 2. And Christensen gets 2 to make it a 2-point game at 9-7 Salem Hills. Hailey Johnson on the perimeter, thought about it for a second, gets it over to Sorensen. The entry pass knocked away. Loose balls picked up, however, by Gustin. Gustin double teamed in the corner, finds Lanehart underneath the basket. She drops it off, however, to Sorensen, who can't get it to go. The second attempt not going to go, and that was Oldroyd there who tried to get the attempt inside. And with 45 seconds to play in the first quarter, Hurricane a chance to tie or take the lead here on this possession. Here's Langford going to the basket off the glass. She's going to be fouled, and I believe they're going to get Haley Oldroyd with the foul. The first personal on Oldroyd, the second team foul, as Jaden Langford goes back to the line for Hurricane. She'll shoot 2 here on the shooting foul, and the first one misses long off kind of the back part of the rim. And we'll get ready here for the second one as some substitutions going both ways, as we'll see Brooke Vance and Kiana Vaitoa come in here for Salem Hills. And the second free throw, good for Langford. She's got 6. Makes it a 1-point game here at the UCCU Center. Controlling the basketball is Lanehart. Here's Viatoa, number 13, with the basketball. Lanehart has it, number 5. There's going to be, it looks like a reach-in foul there against Kylie Stevens, who just kind of was trying to reach in there, I think, just to kind of make some contact there. Nonetheless, it's going to go as her first personal and the third team foul with 22 seconds here as Hallie Gubler will check in here for Hurricane. Both coaches going to their bench here in the first few minutes of this one. Oldroyd over to Lanehart. Here's Gustin in the post, puts up the shot, misses long. Brisk pulls the rebound, 7 seconds on the clock. Hurricane's gonna have to hurry quickly. Here's Yardley with the basketball, 2.5 seconds on the clock. Yardley throws it up at the buzzer and rattles in and out, and that will end the first quarter. At the end of one here from Utah Valley University in the UCCU Center at Salem Hills 9, and it's Hurricane 8. You're watching the 2018 4A Girls State Basketball Championship here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Start of the second quarter here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. It's a 9-8 lead for the Salem Hills Skyhawks over the Hurricane Tigers in the 4A state championship game. And Hurricane right now having possession right now of the basketball as Haley Homer checks back in off the Hurricane bench. Here's Hershey to the basket, tries the finger roll, can't get it to go. It's going to be tipped around. There's going to be a foul here. Both Salem Hills and Hurricane trying to get the ball, and I believe it's going to go against the Skyhawks. That's going to be the third team foul there. And the inbound coming here for Hurricane. Back up to the top. Here's in the corner. It's Yardley. She takes it to the basket, now kicks it back out. Hurricane moving it around the perimeter. There's the jump shot for Hershey. That one's off. Gustin pulls the rebound for Salem Hills. Skyhawks moving the basketball into the front court right now as Salem Hills tries to set up the offense. Lanehart tries to go around the screen. Yardley not having any of it there. Takes to the basket. There's the jump shot, which is off. Rebound's going to be controlled, however. And back the other way comes Hurricane with Kylie Stevens in the front court. 9-8 Salem Hills on top right now. Hershey to the basket, lays that one up but couldn't get the roll. Oldroyd pulls the rebound and the Skyhawks looking to run. 3-on-3 the other way. Cross-court pass over to Lanehart. She steps through. Gets it over to Viatoa. Back to the top with Lanehart. Drops it into Gustin. There's the double team, and Gustin is going to be called for a travel as she tried to, I think, adjust position to get over the and shoot over the top of the double team right now. As it will be number 11, Jaden Langford, coming back in for Hurricane, the leading scorer for the Hurricane Tigers, as Langford comes in averaging about 12 a game, has 6 here in the first half. Langford has the basketball right now, guarded by Oldroyd. Langford goes to the basket, lays that one up and in, and Hurricane has their first lead of the day at 10-9 here in the second quarter. Langford with 8 of the 10 points for the Hurricane Tigers. Alexa Christensen, the other scorer for the Hurricane Tigers. Inside, and the basket good there for Salem Hills. Gives the Skyhawks an 11-10 lead. Here's Hershey going around the screen. Sets it back up here. Moving it around the perimeter. And that was going to be almost knocked away by Viatoa instead. She's going to pick up her first personal. Viatoa picking up the foul, her first, and it's going to be the 4th team foul against Salem Hills. As Alicia Turnbow comes in off the bench here for Salem Hills. Hurricane basketball with 5:50 to play here in the second quarter. Going around the screen here. Here's Langford now. She steps through. Gets it over to Hershey now, back up at the top. Hershey goes around the screen, kicks it back out, baseline drive, and that one's going to be left short by Homer, and the ball goes out of bounds, last touched here by Salem Hills, and will stay here with the Hurricane Tigers. The Tigers started their season 1-4. And during the regular season, started 0-2 in Region 9 and then won 8 straight, including 9 of their last 10 in Region, to finish second. Langford with it in the high post. Back up to the top, Langford again. Going around this, tries to go around the screen, set by Alexa Christensen. Langford takes the shot, misses it long. Gustin with the rebound for Salem Hills. Lanehart for 3, that one is good. A big shot there for Dixie Lanehart. And Salem Hills increases the lead out to 14-10 on the 3 from Lanehart. Inside, they move it back out, and they'll reset it back up here with Kylie Stevens. 4:45 to play in the second quarter, 14-10 lead here for Salem Hills on top of Hurricane. Jaden Langford down the lane, lost control of it. Hailey Homer right there, though, to recollect it. Stevens in the corner, baseline drive. Here's Hershey from the outside, missed there, and Gustin pulls the rebound for Salem Hills. Hailey Homer's been right here, getting the assignment early on Lauren Gustin, who I believe came into today the leading scorer in the state. And there's the layup there on the post move for Lauren Gustin. She's got 8. And that's going to be the challenge for Hurricane in this one, is trying to contain Lauren Gustin. You know Gustin's going to get her points throughout the day. Langford throws up the 3 and hits. A big shot by Langford there, cuts the lead in half, quickly back to 3. 16-13 Salem Hills, 3:45 to go here in the second quarter. Moving it up over here to Viatoa. Here's Gustin, and we're gonna have a jump ball situation as Jaden Langford reached in and grabbed control. The possession arrow favoring Salem Hills, so it will stay here with the Skyhawks with 3:36 to play here in the quarter. And now we'll get Sydney Sorensen and Hailey Johnson back in off the bench here for Salem Hills. Lanehart looking to inbound, gets it into Gustin, who's quickly double teamed. That seems to be Hurricane's answer here, is try to double team Gustin. She goes right around the defender, lays it up for 2. Gustin has 10 now of the 18 Salem Hills points. The Skyhawks are back to a 5-point lead here with 3:17 to play before halftime. Here's Hershey on the wing. Goes around the screen, gets up and goes, and they're going to call it a jump ball there. They're going to say that Salem Hills got contact of the ball as Hershey went up. So a possession arrow this time will favor the Hurricane Tigers there on the alternating possession on the jump ball that you have in high school basketball. Here's Hershey going to the basket inside, gets the shot, goes long. Gustin pulls the rebound. Salem Hills looking to run again. Pretty much 5-on-5 the other way. Gustin will settle it into the front court. Here's Lanehart going around the screen. Cross-court pass to Hailey Johnson. She takes it to the basket, now sends it back out. Here's Sydney Sorensen. Lanehart looking inside. Gustin quickly double-teamed. Back out to Lanehart, who she's double-teamed with the trap, but getting in there from the side with Stevens, I believe, is going to get the foul, making some body contact. And that will be Kylie Stevens, her second, I believe. And it'll be the 4th team foul. So Stevens will go to the bench here with 2:41 to play here before the half at the UCCU Center. Here's Hailey Johnson in the high post. They get it inside to Gustin. Sydney Sorensen with it. Here's Hailey Johnson for 3 and hits. Hurricanes been concerned with trying to contain Lauren Gustin. That's left Salem Hills with some open shots from the outside as Hershey has the basketball. Here's Haley Homer. Puts it on the floor there as it's Gubler. Back over to Langford, goes around the screen, takes it to the basket. Goes straight up and gets the roll to go there for Jaden Langford. Langford with 13 of the 15 Hurricane points. That one's nearly thrown away. We're going to get instead a foul, and it's going to go against Salem Hills. And it's going to go against Sydney Sorensen. Her second personal and the 5th team foul. So we're going to say that the control of the possession there going to Hurricane, and then with the control of the possession ends up being right there, the reach-in foul. Looks like ended up being the call. Here's Gubler. She has some very tough defense there. Not much room to go. It ends up being a Hurricane turnover. Here's Lanehart down the key over to Sorensen on the wing. Cross-court pass, looking for Lanehart. One-on-one matchup there. Here's Gustin being guarded by Brisk. Brisk will come out on the perimeter. Here's Hailey Johnson, now number 10, inside to Gustin. Quickly, 2 or 3 Tigers get there, but not in time as Gustin lays it in. She now has 12 and an 8-point lead right now for Salem Hills. 1:05 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Hershey trying to answer that. She's long with the 3. Gustin pulls the rebound for for Salem Hills. Cross-court pass here to Hailey Johnson. Steps through. Here's Gustin stepping through a couple. Banks that one home for 2. And right now it sure looks like Hurricane does not have an answer for Lauren Gustin. 25-15 in favor of Salem Hills. Here's Langford coming the other way. Hershey with the basketball around the screen. Tries to get it into Alexa Christensen. The ball looks to be tipped, but they're going to go out of bounds to Salem Hills. And the Skyhawks will have control right here. 28.6 to go here in the half. Salem Hills here. We'll see how head coach Kyle Frankham wants to handle this, whether he wants to hold for the final shot. And it sure looks like that's what Salem Hills is going to do. They're going to take, it looks like, a 10-point lead into the halftime locker room here as Lanehart controls it at the top of the key. Goes around the screen, drops it over to Gustin. Here's Sydney Sorensen, 1.5 seconds on the clock. Back to Gustin, who won't get the shot off, and the first half will come to the end. We've played the first half here from Orem. It's the Salem Hills Skyhawks 25, the Hurricane Tigers 15. We will head to the break here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. You're watching the 2018 4A State Basketball Tournament here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. And I'm going to wait here for just a second because the teams aren't heading to the bench, and so I'm not sure if there's a discussion going on here. There's a discussion at the scorer's table, and the teams have not left to go to the locker. I'm not sure. I know they'll do the academic all-state and things like that. I'm not sure if the teams are going to stay on the floor for that. But now a discussion here, and the officials are going to head off here. So, and I'm assuming they're going to stay on here for the academic all-state. We'll take a quick break here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com, and we'll get ready here for the academic all-state. You're watching the 2018 4A Girls State Basketball Championship on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, each year the Utah High School Activities Association sponsors an academic all-state team to recognize those young women who have excelled in the classroom as well as in competition. The Deseret News has joined with the UHSAA as title sponsor for this prestigious award. Representing Les Schwab Tire Centers is Mr. John Freeman from the Provo location. From the Board of Trustees, Kristen Betts. From the Utah High School Activities Association, Mr. Mike Meeks from Region 9 from Pineview High School. The Executive Committee Chairperson, Craig Hammer. We also have Mr. Jeff Clough, Assistant Director for the UHSAA, who will present the awards to these outstanding scholar athletes. Our recipients include Natalie Cottle of Bear River, Kathleen Silvera of Benwell, Brent Banks of Canyon View, Bailey Fielding of Cedar, Dream Weaver of Cedar, Caitlin Hinton of Green Canyon, from Hurricane High School, Tyree Brest, Alexa Christensen, and Kylie Stevens. From Logan High School, Siouana Pali, and Catherine Timberman. Representing Mountain View, Allison Warner, and Talia White. From Oro High School, Kasia Rasmussen. From Payson, Madison Houston. From Pineview, Claire Newby. From Richland, Ashley Nielsen. From Skyview High School, Catherine Larson and Megan Spackman. From Snow Canyon is Lauren Ashton. And from Spanish Fort is Natalie Pendleton. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll interest you to know that the combined grade point average of this team, 4.0. Please join the Deseret News and the UHSAA in congratulating these young women with a warm round of applause. Congratulations. And now our halftime ceremonies continue as we welcome the Salem Hills High School cheer team will perform the traditional fight song of Salem Hills. And now, welcome to the floor of the Hurricane High School cheerleaders.
Leg out.
Attention please, scorekeepers for Salem Hills boys team and Juan Diego, please bring your books to the head table. Salem Hills and Juan Diego scorekeepers, please bring your books to the head table. Les Schwab Tire Centers, celebrating over 60 years of earning your trust. Intense competition requires serious recovery, and chocolate milk has what it takes to help you recover and perform at your best. Attention all basketball players 14 and older. If you wish you could dunk and be more athletic, come to the dunk camp this June at the Carl Malone Training Center in Lima, where you can learn from some of the very best dunkers and trainers in the world. Learn more at www.thedunkcamp.com and follow us on Instagram at The Dunk Camp. Today's game balls are provided by Wilson. Wilson is the official ball of the Utah High School Activities Association. Today's event is being streamed live online at live.ksl.com. Check out the Deseret News for the best place to read about club sports. Online at desnews.com. Deseret News, now you know. Visit MaxPreps.com for stat schedules, rosters, and more. Max Preps, America's source for high school sports. also like to honor one of our academic all-staters from Spanish Fort, Natalie Pennington, with her academic all-state award. Natalie Pennington of Spanish Fort, academic all-state.
Well, we get ready to start the third quarter here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com, as right now Salem Hills having a comfortable 25-15 lead over the Hurricane Tigers in the 4A Girls State Championship game. Pass along a couple of things here at the half. The leading scorers for both teams, Lauren Guston with 14 for Salem Hills. And then for Hurricane, Jaden Langford has 13 at the half. So right now, Salem Hills is 1 half away from their first state title in girls basketball. Hurricane has won 5 state titles, the last coming in the year 2000. So a big drought there. They've won them in 88, 89, 93, 94, and 2000. It will be Salem Hills basketball to start the third quarter right here, as Kaylee Brimhall about ready to inbound, and she'll get it into Hailey Johnson. We're underway here in the third quarter. 16 minutes to decide the 4A state champion. Inside, here's Guston, double team, throws up a shot. That one goes long. Rebound pulled down here by Hurricane, and the Tigers coming back the other way. Hershey with the basketball. Here's Homer going right against Guston. Going to the basket there, putting it up long, I believe it was Langford. Guston outrunning the fast break here. 3-on-3 the other way. And they get it inside. Guston double teamed, kicks it back out, and they'll set it up at the top for 3, and that's Sydney Sorensen who opens up the second half with a 3. Her first bucket of the afternoon, and extends the lead out here to 13 for Salem Hills. Hershey out to Hailey Homer. She'll take the 2. That one was short, tipped around. It's going to go out of bounds to Hurricane. And the first couple of minutes here of the third quarter are going to be huge for Hurricane to try to see if they can get on a run or something to maybe knock Salem Hills out of rhythm. It just seems like the longer this game goes, the more in rhythm Salem Hills gets as Gustin blocks that shot. And it gets tipped out to the top, and Hershey was there, but then Hershey throws it away trying to get it to Hailey Homer, and it will go to Salem Hills. I think right now if you're Salem Hills, you just keep doing what you're doing. It seems to be working well here. A minute into the third quarter, 28-15 lead for Salem Hills. Inside Gustin, there's going to be a foul inside. We'll see who they're going to get. It's either going to be Homer or it's going to be Christensen. And it looks like it's going to be Alexa Christensen picking up the foul. Her second personal foul. The first team foul of the second half here against Hurricane. That pass intended for Gustin goes out, and then Lauren Gustin, it looks like, reaches in trying to go for the ball and makes contact with Hurricane, and she'll pick up her first personal and the first team foul right here, and that will even up the team fouls here early in the third quarter. Hershey with the basketball for Hurricane, gets it over Jaden Langford. Kylie Stevens, number 5, drops it in the post here. Langford steps through, goes up, can't get it to go. Gustin right there for the rebound. And Salem Hills coming back the other way. Those have been the looks that Hurricanes gotten most of the morning. They have not had a lot of open looks, just a lot of contested shots. Salem Hills has done a nice job defensively. Gustin can't get it to go. Hailey Johnson right there for the putback and the 2-point. Hailey Johnson's got 8 points. And Salem Hills out now to a 15-point lead here early in the third quarter. Baseline drive, and they're going to say that Kylie Stevens stepped on the inline, and it'll be a turnover. And now it looks like Hurricane may go into some kind of a press here. A full court man-to-man defense, and there's going to be a foul here in the backcourt. This one going against Kylie Stevens, and that would be her third. So Kylie Stevens picking up the foul, her third. And second team foul. Down the court to Gustin. She'll make the catch, turns, but can't get the shot to go down. And the Hurricane Tigers have possession here with Stevens at the top of the key. Here's Hershey now on the wing. Goes around the screen. Gets it back here, Jaden Langford. Langford trying to get something. Again, nothing much right now happening here for the Hurricane Tigers. Stevens now with it, dribbling around the key. We're going to have a whistle and an offensive foul. Nope, it's going to go, it looks like, against Salem Hills here. The initial indication, and I think they're going to get Kaylee Brimhall on the foul. Her first, second team foul. I think they're going to say she got him with the hold. Inside Langford. Sydney Sorensen's done a nice job on Langford. Here's Hershey for 3. That one rattles in and out. Good rebound though. And now we're going to get, it looks like, a reach-in foul here coming against Sorensen. Hailey Johnson kind of pleading the case right there. And we'll see who they're going to end up getting. They're going to get Hailey Johnson with the hold. As a very pro Salem Hills crowd here again this afternoon, as I would expect for kind of maybe both games today, just with the close proximity here to Utah Valley University that Salem is, about 25 minutes or so, if you're unfamiliar with Salem, Utah. Coming back the other way, Hailey Johnson down the court pass looking for Gustin, but she was double covered, and that one will be stolen away, and then Hurricane almost throws it away on the outlet pass. Here's Hershey. That one's tipped, however, by Gustin, and Salem Hills will come away with it. It's 2-on-1. It's Gustin and Lanehart. Gustin takes it, can't get it to go. The rebound and a foul as Brimhall goes up with the shot, and we'll have a Hurricane foul here in the third quarter with 5:02 to go here in the third. And now a conversation here. They're going to, I think the officials are discussing exactly who the foul was on, and it's going to go against Hailey Homer. That's her second. And now they're explaining something here to Hailey Homer and Lauren Gustin right there right now. And now they'll shoot 2 here at the line. Will be Kaylee Brimhall. First free throw on its way, and that one misses just off the, hit the front part of the rim and the back iron and before going down. Salem Hills leading Hurricane 30 to 15. 5:02 here in the third quarter. And Brimhall hits the second free throw. A busy day for Salem Hills. The boys team playing in the 4A boys final to follow this one at 1:15 against Juan Diego. Hershey puts up the three. That one was off. Hit the side of the backboard there. Now we have a loose ball, and we're going to get a foul here, and I think it's going to go against Hurricane, and I think it was Hailey Homer picking up the foul. And it is Homer. That's her third personal, and that's the fourth team foul. So that will send Tylee Brist back into the game. Salem Hills again breaking the press. Sorensen has her shot blocked, but some contact comes in on the shot, and Sydney Sorensen will go to the free throw line here. We'll get a Hurricane foul here going against I believe they got Tylee Brisk on the foul. And Sorensen heads to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Her first rattles down, hit the back iron, went straight up, and then went down for Sorensen. Sorensen with 4 points in this ball game for Salem Hills. The Skyhawks have been steady and have just kind of played well here in the first about almost 2.5 quarters. Salem Hills, Hailey Johnson runs down the rebound. We're going to get a timeout called here. The first timeout called by Salem Hills. We'll take a break. It's the Skyhawks 32, the Hurricane Tigers 15. It's the 4A girls final here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Fans are reminded that following today's game will have the presentation of the team trophies. Please remain in your seats for the awards presentation. Please do not come onto the floor. Thank you.
Coming off the timeout right there as Lauren Gustin gets the 2 to go. And Salem Hills finding a way off the inbound. Gustin now with 16 points for Salem Hills. There's the pass in the middle, and that is going to be Brisk with the shot. She can't get it to go. And once again, Hurricane gets a contested shot. Hailey Johnson on the other end can't get the transition layup. And she was having some defenders coming from behind. Here's Hershey for 3. That one is long. Johnson pulls the rebound. And Salem Hills has been content to run. The quick pass there not able to be handled. We'll have a jump ball possession arrow right now. We'll give the ball back to Hurricane. The alternating possession depending on who wins the opening tip, and then it just kind of alternates as we go here throughout the ball game. 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hurricane looking for some offense. They're going to need something quick. Stevens inside. The shot goes up there by Christensen. That one, however, off, and Gustin pulls the rebound. Salem Hills will set up the offense, their offense here with 3:33 to play here in the third quarter. Going around the screen, it's Hailey Johnson on the perimeter. They get it in the free throw line. Here's Gustin spinning to the left, puts up the finger roll shot, can't get it to go. It's going to go out of bounds, last touch by Hurricane, and it will stay here with the Skyhawks. As we'll have Bryn Erickson and Hallie Gubler coming off the bench here for Hurricane, and Salem Hills almost throws it away. Gustin saves it, but to the Hurricane Tigers. Here's Stevens trying to go coast to coast. She lost control of it, gets it back to Gubler, who will set it up. They try to get it inside to Brisk, and Hailey Johnson kind of went around trying to protect against the pass there, and she's going to pick up the foul. Second foul against Hailey Johnson, the fourth team foul against Salem Hills. Here's Erickson with the basketball. Tries to get it into Brisk, but the entry pass intercepted by Gustin. Lauren Gustin into the front court, gets it back here off the quick touch pass. The turnaround shot goes well off. It's pulled down here by Hurricane. Tigers looking to run here. Going to the basket there. The shot goes up, partially blocked. The putback, however, is going to be good there for, I believe that was Erickson. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. It will stay here on the long pass. So Bryn Erickson gets the 2 on one end. The pass goes out of bounds. It's last touched here by Hurricane. Be Salem Hills basketball underneath their own basket. 2:41 to play here in the third quarter. And now number 24, Brooke Vance coming in, and number 33, Haley Oldroyd coming in as well. Oldroyd set to inbound, gets it to Gustin. I don't think Lauren Gustin has taken a break at all as the entry pass there will be a foul there on the entry pass. We'll see who they're going to get. They're going to get Tylee Brisk on the foul. That's the 6th team foul against Hurricane. The next foul, Salem Hills will be shooting free throws. Here's Gustin, puts it on the floor, kicks it back out, right back into Gustin with the inside out. Vance can't handle the pass. And here is Sydney Sorensen back to Gustin. Gustin gets it back for the jump shot. That one is off. A good rebound pulled by Brisk. And back the other way comes Hurricane with 2:15 to play in the quarter. Jaden Langford's had a quiet third quarter as she gives the ball over to Kylie Stevens. Stevens takes it to the basket. Back out to Langford. The pass is going to be tipped, and Langford will just let it go out of bounds, as Sydney Sorensen has really done a nice job. Langford has 15 of the 17 points for the Hurricane Tigers. But here in the third quarter, Langford hasn't gotten very many touches. Here's the putback. That one can't go. Second attempt can't go as well. Back out, Salem Hills running. It's Gustin going to the basket. She'll lay it up and in for 2. And pulling it back out here will be Hurricane with Kylie Stevens to set up the offense. Stevens will dribble to the end line and then dribble back out. And it's Gubler now with the basketball. Salem Hills has played tight defense all afternoon, which really has forced a Hurricane to have to keep kind of trying to set something up. Down court pass. It's Gustin again ahead of the pack. She will lay it up and it in for 2. Gustin now with 20. And Salem Hills has extended their lead out to 38-17 with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Going around the screen here is Brisk. She gets the basketball over to Kylie Stevens. Stevens cross-court pass. Here's Brisk again out on the perimeter. I think Hurricane's trying to pull Lauren Gustin out from being inside on the post. Unfortunately, they haven't really gotten much offense coming from other sides, as once again it's going to be Brisk against Gustin. That shot is off. Bryn Erickson runs it down on the perimeter. 15 seconds to play in the quarter. With the basketball, it's Langford trying to get something. That shot is blocked there by Vance. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay here with Hurricane. A couple of changes as Viato will come back in here for Salem Hills. Back up to the top here. And that one's knocked away by Gustin. She goes up for the block. 2 seconds on the clock. She's got to put it up. She does, and gets it to go with half a second on the clock, and the third quarter comes to an end. Salem Hills has used the defense to get some offense in the third quarter. The Skyhawks pulling away from Hurricane. Salem Hills 40, Hurricane 17. It's the 2018 4A Girls Championship game here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Another reminder to remaining receipts for post-game award ceremonies. Please do not come on the floor. Please stay in your seats. Attention scorekeepers for Salem Hills and Don Diego, please bring your books to the head table for the boys' game. Salem Hills and Don Diego. Scorekeepers.
Start of the fourth quarter here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Salem Hills leading Hurricane 40-17 here with under 8 minutes to go here, just underway in the fourth quarter as Lauren Gustin has the shot, left it short, fights for her own rebound. Vance will come away with it. We'll have a reach-in foul, it looks like, and a 1-and-1 situation coming here for Salem Hills. The Skyhawks right now 7:47 away from their first state championship. It's going to take quite a comeback right now as that one goes against Hershey, her first. 17th foul. And Brooke Vance hits the first free throw. At this point for Hurricane, they're going to need some quick offense and a very quick run to get back in this one. And with that way the Salem Hills defense playing, I'm not sure if Hurricane's going to have enough time left. And there is a layup by Alexa Christensen. She's now got 4 on the afternoon for Hurricane. Taking it to the basket, kicks it back out via Toa, and she's going to travel as she heads down. For Hurricane, it's been Jaden Langford with 13 points. And then 4 points here coming for Alexa Christensen. That's been the 2 leading scorers for Hurricane. Salem Hills will make a couple of changes here after the dead ball, and the Tigers of Hurricane with the basketball. Going to the basket, the shot goes up there for Stevens. That one doesn't go. Back the other way. Down court, it's Viatoa. She's open, she'll lay it up and in for 2. Just look down the court right now, and Salem Hills has had a lot of good run-out opportunities to get the ball down the court for layups here in the second half. Hurricane searching for some offense here with 6:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Sends it out here. That was going to be poked away by Gustin. Gustin battling with 2 Tigers there to get the loose ball. There will be a foul, it looks like, coming against Hurricane. It will be a 1-and-1 for Lauren Gustin. And it will go against Kylie Stevens, her 4th, and the 8th team foul as Sydney Sorensen will come back in for Salem Hills. And I think it's going to be Hailey Gubler coming back in, and Jaden Langford also coming back in here for Hurricane. So Lauren Gustin at the line here to shoot a 1-and-1. If she makes the first, she'll get a second. And the free throw on its way is good for Gustin. Gustin with 23. And her second one on its way is good as well. Here for Lauren Gustin. 45-19 lead here for Salem Hills in the 4A Girls State Championship game. Moving the basketball here. Here's Jaden Langford for Hurricane. Langford guarded right now by Sorensen. Gubler comes, gets the basketball, hands it now back to Langford. Langford is going to get charged there with an offensive foul, as it was Kaylee Brimhall there on defense got in position and takes the charge. The offensive foul, the first against Langford. And a turnover there for the Hurricane Tigers. Here's Sorensen for three off the wing. That one is off. And the rebound controlled by Jaden Langford. Langford with the basketball down the court right here. Langford with the basketballs through the middle. It's Hershey. Moves it back here and there's going to be, it looks like a foul. Looks like they're going to get a reach-in foul. Looks like they're going to get Lauren Gustin on the foul there. That will be the second on Gustin, and that will be the fifth team foul against Salem Hills. 5:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. Moving the basketball, here's Hershey. She'll take the shot. That one is long. Sorensen pulls the rebound for Salem Hills, and the Skyhawks come the other way. It's Lanehart into the front court, out to Gustin. She'll take the three. That one is off. Rebound, however, pulled down by Langford. 1-on-2 the other way. Langford going right at Brimhall. She will get the roll, and Hurricane Jaden Langford now with 15 points to lead the Tigers. Gustin back the other way, however, she's fouled as she goes for the layup. And we'll see who they're going to get. I believe it may be Alexa Christensen on the foul. And it will be Christensen, her third, and the 10th team foul. So now Salem Hills in the double bonus. They'll shoot 2 free throws on most every foul the rest of the way. We want to remind you, coming up after the conclusion of this game will be the 4A Boys State Championship game as Gustin makes the first one. It will be the Salem Hills Skyhawks and the Juan Diego Soaring Eagle, which should be a fun one in that game. That's could be a hard-fought contest between both teams there. Gustin makes the free throw, and they're going to send Lauren Gustin to the bench. It looks like maybe some blood or something there, as Gustin will have to go to the bench after shooting the free throw. She's got 26 points here with 5.5 minutes to go here in this one. And so the trainer will take a look at Lauren Gustin and clean up the blood, and Hurricane will have the basketball here with 5:20 to go. Here's Langford, and they're going to get, looks like Sydney Sorensen on the foul, and Gustin makes her way right back to the bench, or back to the table to check in. And the foul will go against Sorensen. That's her third personal, 6th team foul. And Lauren Gustin returning back here to the floor for Salem Hills. Here's Hershey for 2, and she hits on the outside right there. Maddie Hershey's got her first bucket. Lanehart has the basketball here for Salem Hills, wearing number 5. Here's Lauren Gustin now. Cross-court pass. Hailey Johnson puts it on the floor, goes bank off the glass and in for 2 there for Hailey Johnson. She's got 10. Under 5 minutes to go right now, and some more Tigers will get to the bench to check in. Here's Hershey. She'll shoot up a 3, and she hits from deep. So Maddie Hershey hits a big 3, and we have a timeout, it looks like, being called right here by Hurricane. We'll take a break as well. 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go. It's a 49-26 lead for Salem Hills. They're 4 minutes away from a state championship. Stay tuned here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Hurricane substitution number 5, Kylie Stevens.
Out of the timeout, it will be Salem Hills basketball as they will inbound from underneath their own basket right now, as now we'll have a full court pressure here applied by Hurricane. Hailey Johnson, number 10, has the ball, and she will break the press easy, and Salem Hills will now be able to set up their offense. Here's Brimhall going underneath the basket, tiptoeing against the line, almost throws it away. Salem Hills somehow able to collect it. Now it's stolen away by Hurricane. Here is Stevens for the Tigers. Now a loose ball again on the ground. And we're going to get, it looks like, a foul is going to be called against Salem Hills, and we'll see here, right here. That puts Hurricane now in the bonus, and it will be Dixie Lanehart picking up the foul, her first, and that's the 17 foul, so Hurricane will shoot free throws the rest of the way on most fouls, and that will send Jaden Langford to the line. Langford averages about 12 points a game for Hurricane and has 15 here on the afternoon. And the free throw ready to come here from Langford, and this one on its way is good here for Jaden Langford. Langford now with 16. 4 minutes and 23 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, and Langford's second free throw is good as well. Lanehart up ahead, gets it to Gustin. They just, I think, kind of just threw it up and let Lauren Gustin go get it. 4:11 to go, fourth quarter. Salem Hills basketball. The Skyhawks having right now a comfortable about 21-point lead. Here's Gustin off the glass, couldn't get the roll. It's going to be last touched, however, by Salem Hills, and they'll give the ball here to the Hurricane Tigers. Tigers basketball here with under 4 minutes to go in this one. We'll see here how long head coach Kyle Frankham will keep here the starters in there for Salem Hills. Going down the lane is Langford. Her shot goes long. Gustin pulls the rebound, and they get it out to Hailey Johnson. I would imagine at some point he would go to the bench here in the fourth quarter. However, with this being the state championship game, you never know. He might let a lot of those seniors out there have this moment. Hailey Johnson. The Skyhawks have been a team that has made it to the playoffs, but they lost in the first round in 2017, the semifinals in 2016, as there's Gustin who makes the catch and lays it in for two. She's now got 28. Going back 2015, lost in the quarterfinals, lost in the first round in 2013. So they've been around, they've been a playoff team pretty consistently. But getting to this point of the state championship, Salem Hills had never gotten past the semifinals. Outside, that shot partially blocked by Lanehart into the hands of Brimhall up ahead. 3-on-2 the other way. Here's Gustin running the break. She'll lay it in for two. And that puts Gustin at 30 here on the afternoon for the Skyhawks. Going around the screen right now, and there will be a foul on the other end here against Brimhall as Stevens tried to take it to the basket. And now I think a discussion going right here on that Salem Hills bench, and we'll begin to get some Skyhawks, I think some substitutions getting ready to come in here. With 2 minutes and 32 seconds away is Salem Hills from a state championship. Kylie Stevens will go to the free throw line here, looking to shoot a pair, and her first one rattles in and out. It will be Savannah Gustin, number 21, and number 11, that's Alicia Turnbow, coming in. They will replace Kylie Brimhall and number 10, Hailey Johnson. We'll go to the bench right now, and Kylie Stevens at the line. Her second one rattles in and out, and getting the rebound, however, is Brisk for Hurricane. That one's knocked away, mishandled by the Tigers. In the front court, it's Turnbow. Gets it back to Sydney Sorensen. They're kind of turning up the pressure, and we'll have a foul going against Kylie Stevens, and that, if it is against Stevens, and it is, that is her fifth personal, and she will foul out of this contest here today. And so a substitution, as I believe it will be Hallie Gubler coming back in. It will send Sydney Sorensen to the free throw line, where Sorensen will shoot two here off the foul for Sorensen, and that one misses long right here. Sorensen misses long, and now ready to go here is Sydney Sorensen. Her second one about ready to come here in a moment, and Sorensen dribbles the ball at the free throw line and now releases. That one is off as well. Rebound pulled down here by Haley Homer, and back the other way comes Yardley. Yardley to the basket, and she'll be fouled And I believe they're going to get Dixie Lanehart on the foul. I think we'll have another couple of substitutions coming here in just a brief moment for Salem Hills. As Lanehart picks up the foul, her second and the 9th team foul against Salem Hills, as it will be Kaylee Yardley shooting a pair here on the shooting foul, and the first one is good for Yardley. And now you're going to get Kiana Viato coming in, and also number 33, Haley Oldroyd, who will come out. Sydney Sorensen and Dixie Lanehart come off. The only starter still out there is Lauren Gustin. With 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go, Salem Hills, as Yardley hits the second free throw. Hits a pair at the line. Here's Lauren Gustin with the basketball, number 12 for Salem Hills. And head coach Kyle Frankham, I think, just letting them know, hey, just kind of slow it down here as Haley Homer commits the foul there, it looks like on the block. Maybe a hold, it looks like. Lauren Gustin will shoot a pair. Gustin, a very good performance here this afternoon. 30 points for Gustin. And her first is on its way. She now has 31 here tonight. And now coming in, Jocelyn Lester will come in off the bench to replace Jaden Langford, who had a really good game in the state championship. 17 points for Langford, who has nothing to be ashamed about. The senior will head to the bench probably for the final time as Lauren Gustin hits the second free throw. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of the 4A girls final. Hurricane with the basketball right now as they get it back. Here's Lester, number 4. Tries to drop it in. It might have been kicked by Salem Hills. Now we'll get a foul here from behind. And we'll see here, I believe it's going to go against Oldroyd right here. And I think now we're going to see Lauren Gustin come off. Haley Oldroyd, her second. And now I would imagine here, as someone gets ready to get to the table, that this will be the exit for Lauren Gustin. And she will probably get a pretty good ovation here for the career that she's had at Salem Hills. And the free throw on its way for Brisk is good. And now we'll see Lauren Gustin come off the floor, and she will get pretty close to a standing ovation here from the Skyhawk crowd. All 5 starters now off the floor as the shot goes off. Rebound is pulled down here by Turnbow, who will bring the ball up here for Salem Hills. In the middle here, here's Savannah Gustin. She has the basketball, goes up. That one's tipped around. We're going to have a foul here against, it looks like it's going to go against Salem Hills. We'll see who they're going to get on the foul. And they're going to get number 30. That is Miley George picking up the foul. Her first. And the 10th team foul, and shooting 2 at the other side will be Kaylee Yardley, who has 2 points here this afternoon, both of those coming from the free throw line. And Yardley's free throw on its way is good. Yardley with 3 points as Bryn Erickson will check in, and Haley Homer will go to the bench here for Hurricane. And the second free throw on its way is good here for Yardley. So she's got 4 points as we have a minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter. Savannah Gustin, number 21, with the basketball. Over to Turnbow. Viatoa has it here for Salem Hills. They'll pull it out to Oldroyd. Pretty much sophomores and juniors out there right now. And we're going to get a foul here against Kaylee Yardley, it looks like, on Viatoa, who will go to the free throw line and shoot a free throw. Yardley picks up her first personal. And now we'll have some more substitutions for Salem Hills. So head coach Kyle Frankham right now emptying the bench here in the state championship. Viatoa's free throw is going to miss long. And now we'll get some more substitutions. Maggie Moser is going to come in. Number 25, Anna Nye coming in. There's one other one waiting at the bench to come in. And that is, it looks like Mia Hartvigsson is ready to check in, but it looks like she's coming in for the shooter, so it will depend here on what happens on the free throw. And that one misses long, so we'll wait to the next dead ball. Viatoa runs it down herself, and then it gets thrown, it looks like, out of bounds, and now Hartvidsson will check in here for Salem Hills here. 1:09 to go in the fourth quarter, 55-33 lead for Salem Hills. The Skyhawks right now just waiting here, just waiting out the final couple of minutes here. Well, the final minute 5 here before celebrating a state championship. And we're going to have an offensive foul call on Anna Nye right there. It looks like a moving screen there set. And with 1:03, Hurricane will get the basketball. We want to remind you to stay tuned. The 1:15 4A boys final coming up between Juan Diego and Salem Hills. Here's Yardley, throws it away right to Nye, who loose ball now still on the floor. And now we're going to have a jump ball. No, they're going to give possession arrow. Will be to Hurricane after the jump ball. So we'll stay here with the Hurricane Tigers with 52 seconds to go here in this one. Salem Hills and Juan Diego to follow. Should be a good 4A boys final. Yardley going to the basket, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Savannah Gustin. And Salem Hills down the court. And that one in and out of the hands there of Miley George. And that will be a turnover to go back here to the Hurricane Tigers. 41 seconds to play. As with 34 seconds to go, the student section for Salem Hills celebrating as begin the celebration for the state championship. Bryn Erickson banks it off the glass for 2. She's got 4 points for the Tigers. And we're going to have a foul here coming in the front court. It will be a foul called against Jocelyn Lester, her first. And that is going to put Hartvidsson going to the line here. Hartvidsson will go to the line here. She'll shoot 2. And the first one on its way is good. 20.3 right now as the Salem Hills bench just kind of sitting there waiting here. Free throw on its way is good as well. Moving the basketball right now. Here's Yardley at the top of the key. Yardley goes around the screen, gets it out. There's a 3 on its way. That one is long right here. And now a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Salem Hills. And with 5.5 seconds, you would think the Skyhawks are just going to dribble it out. Here's the inbound, and right now they will dribble this one out. The Salem Hills Skyhawks, as the shot goes up at the buzzer, the Salem Hills Skyhawks are your 2018 4A Girls State Champions. Salem Hills beats Hurricane by a final score of 57-35. They will shake hands. They will have the trophy ceremony, and then we will take a break here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com following everything before we get ready for the 1:15 scheduled start for the boys final. Salem Hills and Juan Diego coming up next. Once again, your 2018 4A Girls State Champions are the Salem Hills Skyhawks, who defeat the Hurricane Tigers by a final score of 57-33. Until we have the boys final coming up here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. We'll say so long until 1:15, but we'll have the trophy ceremony, I believe, here coming up momentarily.
direct your attention to the center of the court for the District News Trophy presentation. We'd like to welcome from the Utah High School Activities Association, Mr. Mike Bates of Pineview High School, representing Region 9. We begin our award ceremonies with a presentation of the second place trophy in the 4A tournament to the Hurricane Tigers. And now, representing Leschwang Tire Centers is Mr. John Freeman of the Provo location and Mr. Nate Teese of the Logan Leschwang Tire Center, who will present the game ball and state championship trophy to the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Congratulations to both teams for their efforts in tremendous sportsmanship. The UHSAA would like to thank you and the staff of UBU for their hospitality and assistance.